Imagine a squadron of fighter jets soaring through the sky in perfect formation. These are the guardians of the air, ready to defend their nation at a moment's notice. But what happens when these birds of war are outdated, outmatched, and struggling to keep up? That's the difficult reality facing the Pakistan Air Force. Today we're going deep into the challenges facing this vital branch of Pakistan's military. We'll break down complex issues into bite-sized pieces, examining why the PAF is struggling to stay airborne in a rapidly evolving. From budget constraints to technological limitations, we'll uncover the factors holding back the PAF and what it means for the future of Pakistan's defense. So, buckle up, aviation enthusiasts and armchair generals, as we navigate the turbulent skies of the Pakistan Air Force. Let's talk money, or in this case, the lack thereof. Pakistan spends roughly 4% of its gross domestic product on defense. That might sound like a lot, but compared to regional rivals like India, it's a drop in the ocean. This limited budget creates a ripple effect across the entire armed forces, but it hits the Air Force particularly hard. Why? Because maintaining a modern Air Force is crazy expensive. Think about it. Cutting-edge fighter jets, sophisticated radar systems, and constant training exercises don't come cheap. With a tight budget, the PAF is forced to make tough choices, often prioritizing affordability over capability. The backbone of any Air Force is its fighter jets, and the PAF has a mixed bag. They rely heavily on F-16s, purchased from the United States. These are solid aircraft but getting old, like that uncle who still brags about his disco days. Then there's the F-17 Thunder, a joint venture with China. It's more modern and cost-effective, but lacks the punch of its American and European counterparts. Imagine bringing a knife to a gunfight. You get the picture. To fill the gaps, the PAF also operates older Mirage 3 and Mirage 5 jets, purchased from France decades ago. These relics are like vintage cars, cool to look at but not exactly reliable in a street race. Finally, they've recently acquired a limited number of Chengdu J-10Cs from China, a capable jet but still not a game-changer. Section 4, between a rock and a hard place, the cost of catching up. So, what's the big deal with having an outdated fleet? Well, in a nutshell, it's like trying to win a Formula One race with a used minivan. Modern air combat is all about stealth technology, advanced radar systems, and long-range missiles. Unfortunately, the PAF lacks these critical capabilities. Their limited budget forces them to opt for cheaper, less advanced options, putting them at a significant disadvantage against potential adversaries. And it gets worse. Pakistan relies heavily on foreign suppliers for its aircraft and weapon systems. This dependence creates a vulnerability, as seen with the F-16 program, where the US has imposed restrictions and conditions on their use. Section 5. A force adrift, the perils of neglect. The lack of fifth-generation fighter jets is a glaring gap in the PAF's capabilities. These cutting-edge aircraft, like the F-35, are practically invisible to radar and possess devastating firepower. Without access to this technology, the PAF risks falling further behind, becoming a sitting duck in a future conflict. Imagine a football team trying to compete without a quarterback. That's the situation facing the Pakistan Air Force today. Section 6. Join the conversation. What's next for Pakistan's Air Force? The challenges facing the Pakistan Air Force are complex and multifaceted. From budget constraints to outdated equipment, the PAF is at a crossroads. What steps can be taken to modernize the force and ensure its effectiveness in the 21st century? This is not just a matter for military strategists, it's a crucial issue for all Pakistanis. The security and stability of the nation depend on a strong and capable Air Force. So let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts on the future of the PAF and stay tuned for more in-depth analysis on this critical topic.